We now head over to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where two senior military officers have been arrested for allegedly ordering the killing of civilians. The incident happened in an anti-UN protest held in Goma last week. The DRC's Interior Minister says the two officers will face a court-martial. Reporting from the DRC's capital, Kinshasa, here's CGTN's Chris Ochamuringa.
The Democratic Republic of Congo's Interior Minister, Peter Kazadi, announced the arrest of the two military officers in the eastern city of Goma. One of the officers is a commander of an elite unit known as the Republican Guard, while the other is a regiment commander. They were among the government troops deployed to crack down on a protest against the UN peacekeeping mission. The DRC government says 43 people were killed and more than 56 others injured in that protest. Many Congolese are now calling for justice for the victims.
Those officers should be arrested and held to account for their actions. We also want the families who lost their loved ones to be compensated. We know how things work in our country. Today the authorities have said they've arrested some officers, but we don't want to see them walking free after a few days.
The protest in Goma was organized by members of a religious sect to call for the departure of UN peacekeepers and the East African Regional Force from the DRC. They accused the foreign forces of failing to tackle the armed groups in their region. Last week's military crackdown in Goma has been condemned by both the locals and the international community.
What happened in Goma is a tragedy. We just don't understand how a national army can use false intelligence information in the 21st century. The army was told that some of the protesters were armed members of the Wazalendo militia, but that wasn't true.
A police officer was stoned to death by the protesters in last week's demonstration. The provincial authorities in Goma ordered the army to move in to stop more deaths. The government has urged the public to remain calm as they investigate the civilian deaths. Last year, 36 people, including 4 UN peacekeepers, were killed in anti-UN protests that broke out in several towns in eastern DRC. Chris Ochamuringa, CGTN, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo.